Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Jessica Abernathy, and with me today is Tricia Montgomery, and you are listening to Pets Are Family.
Hello, Jessica.
Good.
Thank you for that call at 3:27 in the morning. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Apparently, if I can't sleep, I don't want anybody to sleep.
This is true, and check out Mr. Frank right there.
Oh my God! Look,
He's dead.
He said, "Look at his arms." They're like,
I know. He has not moved from that location for like the last 10 minutes. So, Jessica, you were up at what time? 3:00 this morning, and you were just randomly dialing me or saying hello?
1 o'clock. Actually, but I went and grabbed my phone, and apparently, I had your name was right by the thumb. Apparently, I got to keep that screen locked. Apparently,
I love it. I think you should keep your screen locked. I told you, I've been sleeping better because I have been making sure that I'm leaving my phone in my office as opposed to taking it into the bedroom with me. And I'm sleeping better because I think the first thing that we tend to do is when you wake up, you grab that phone and you're like, hello, what's going on? It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I know that people need me.
Nobody needs me.
Nobody needs that.
Baby bird. That's it.
Nobody wants that at 1 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning. They don't want this. Oh my gosh. So Jessica, I'm going to talk about this and just get the ball rolling here this morning. So this morning, as you know, I take Frank for a nice little walk every morning, and that's our routine. And we do that, and he gets his exercise, and then we can start the day. And it's just a really nice time for us to spend time together. This morning, beautiful morning out here in sunny Florida. It is about a beautiful, 68 degrees, 70 degrees, and wind is blowing. It's gorgeous blue skies, and we were enjoying our walk this morning. But additionally to that, I have chimes, and my beautiful friend Cindy Briney, who was on our podcast, and Mary Lou Briney, who is just beautiful friends of mine. When my mom passed away, they got wind chimes in her memory, and so every time the wind goes, I can hear the chimes, and it reminds me of my mom, because my mom passed away, and my dad did too. And I was enjoying that this morning. I thought, I'm going to send a video to my sisters of this and say, Mom is saying hello to you. My sisters Karen and Cheryl, giving a lovely shout out to them. And so I was taking the video, and Frank and I had walked in from our walk, and he was sitting beside me, and I kind of undid his leash, and we have a door that kind of a rod iron that's really cool, and you could see out of it. So I looked at Frank and talking to him, and then I proceeded to take the video, turn to my right, and kind of looked around, but concentrated on the video and the memories that I was having, and walked back in and making coffee and doing what I normally do. And all of a sudden the doorbell rang, and it was,
what's it mean?
It was my lovely neighbor down the street with Frank. Frank had gotten out, and I was not even aware of it. It was probably 7 minutes total, but he had decided to, I guess, go through the gate, or I had not closed the gate properly, and he was beside me. I had assumed that he had gone inside, and he had not. And here's my beautiful neighbor down the street who has Buddy, the big 11. She has a massive pit bull, and he's like 11 years old, Buddy. And Frank always wants to hang out with him, but Buddy's not having it. And he just kind of trotted off. And we've been talking so much about microchips and identification and everything like that. And I think I've relayed the story that I took off his AKC tag because I don't want people to know that he's really a French bulldog. But he is. No identifying tags on him, just this beautiful collar that he got at East West Veterinary Clinic. And I cried. I felt like, here I am. I have had dogs my whole life. I have had children, and I've never lost either until now. And I felt like the worst mom ever. For the past 2 hours, I just have been keep, it's almost like when my daughter Gabrielle is adopted from China. And I remember when we first brought her home, I would go in and check on her to make sure she was still there. Because I thought that she was going to go away in the middle of the night because I'd wanted a child so bad. And I couldn't have any. And anyway, long story short, I used to like sit outside her door in the crib when she was in her crib in her room and just make sure she was there. And I would randomly check on her because I was afraid she would disappear in the middle of the night because that's my brain. Similar to that, I've done the same thing with Mr. Frank this morning because disappeared. And I didn't know, guys.
You now, looking like the dead,
Looking like the dead, the night, living dead there. Hello, Frank. So he just really, but I tell you what, I'm crying right now. The guilt that went along with that and the feelings of like my heart sank and that I'm the worst dog mom ever and how stupid am I and all of these negative thoughts about who we are got in my head. And it's been hard shaking that today because that happened to me. Now take that tenfold, take that to every, all other pet parents out there and women and men and everybody else who's lost a pet. And even though he's back and it was only 7 minutes, quotation marks, man.
I'm going to say 2 things. I'm happy he's home and we're human too. You know what I mean? We make mistakes and that's probably why people like us because we prove that we're not perfect and we make mistakes.
Messy. We are messy. I am messy and I am not perfect.
I am the queen of messy, That's probably why I have air tags on every collar that Brutus wears because there is no guarantee that dog ain't going to get out of my watch, you know what I mean? Because he's fast. He's fast. I'm old. I don't live as fast as him anymore, No, I mean, you can't beat yourself up. And we tell that to every pet parent that we've heard this from too. You can't beat yourself up. It's not your fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we've had these conversations with pet parents many a times,
Yeah. Over and over and over again. And this is supposed to be you sent me a message this morning. You're like, March 6th, happy birthday to our 2 dogs. Because our dogs have now, 1 year old and we've survived. And then
Frank. Well, see, there you go. We've had, just so you guys know, our both of our dogs had a birthday in the last week and a half. Frank is 1. We've survived 1 year. And literally, we have survived 1 year. We both have a very stubborn breed. And training for me almost killed me. Mm-hmm. I have potty trained hundreds of dogs. It almost killed me. I mean, honestly, Angela, who, she knows that I got my dog from, Angela. I almost killed him. Lovingly almost killed him. But he's good, So,
well, I have a story to share with you. I don't know if I shared this with you, but Angela and I decided to celebrate Frank's birthday. And so I met her on Sunday for brunch and I brought Mr. Frank. And I said, I'm so excited because Frank's birthday is March the 6th and we got to celebrate his birthday. And she looks at me and she said, his birthday is not March the 6th. And I go, yeah, I have it written down. Let me show you. It's on my calendar. She goes, no, it's not. Yeah, it is. And I'm arguing with her, I'm like, no, it's, and she goes, well, and Angela's so beautiful and she's so lovely. And she's like, well, let me just check. And she whips out her phone and she's like, well, I think so because here's a picture of Frank when he was born. And here's a picture of him on March the 5th with his brothers and all of his people. And I don't think that I'm sure he was born before that. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, I guess I got it written down wrong. So now I have to it's 3-day difference. Frank's birthday was March the 3rd. So
if it makes you feel any better, I will give you this because you and I've had a lot going on lately. I mean, just a lot between life, work, everything that's been going on with everything. Right. And we're just trying to get back into the swing of everything. Right. So Brutus's birthday is February 23rd, right? And I know that, and it is, right? And Angela will hopefully back me up on that one, but 23rd, because I did dig out the paperwork after you said that, right? But it was a Sunday, right? So in my head, February 23rd was on Monday. So I, I was with all of Brutus's people and all my people. And on the 23rd Sunday, we were helping a friend pack up to move, right? And I'm sitting there talking about the fact that Brutus's birthday is the next day. The whole day talked about how his birthday was on Monday. And we were going to celebrate it the following week because his birthday fell on Monday. Needless to say, his birthday was that day. And then Monday came around and something came up. I totally spaced it out. We never even celebrated Brutus's birthday because right over my head. When I realized that it was on the 23rd on Sunday, it was Tuesday, 25th.
Oh my God. Well, thank heavens, Angela, and for me, because we had a really nice day. And I'm going to give a beautiful shout out to my neighbors, Jackie and her girls, Maisie and Reagan and Carol. We all went on a birthday pack walk with Mr. Frank for his birthday. He is stubborn. He is untrainable. And like you, potty training didn't kill me. Potty training was a walk in the park for me. I had no issues at all. This guy potty trained in no time flat. However, real training and walking on a leash and all of these lovely things. And you've given me tips. You've given me let him be an alligator, let him zigzag, let him, all this kind of stuff. And I'm going to do that. And he still is like, he's a crazy dog, and he is not, he doesn't come when he's cold. He doesn't sit when I ask him to. He barks if he decides that he wants something. And I've trained so many dogs, and I was Canine Ficklin. I'm a trainer, not so much. And my neighbors, when I walk up and down the street, people are like, hey, have you thought about this with your dog? Have you thought about, this harness? Have you thought about this? And I'm like, yep, thought about it, used it, didn't work. Thanks so much. And then I'm like, do I even want to say what I do? Do I even want to say that I have a podcast or a charity or that I'm an animal welfare liaison or in the pet industry and in the veterinary profession and all this great stuff?
Bro, you should.
No.
Yes, you should.
I do.
We just proves that we're human, and we found the dog that challenges us.
Oh my God.
But you've got to remember, it's just, he's got you trained. I keep telling you that. Frank has you trained because you give in to him all the time.
I do. This morning, I'm like, we came outside and I'm like, come on in. Let's go in. And he just sat there and finally I'm like, well, I guess I'm coming out too.
Right. See, I mean, he's got you so true. So it's not that he's untrainable. Yeah, he's training you to what he wants. Frank is totally trainable. Frank is just proving to you that he's training you. I mean,
pretty soon I'm going to have a collar on. He's going to be walking me.
Oh my gosh! Don't say that. I'll send you a collar and it's going to say "Mom."
and he's still sleeping. He's still sleeping.
He's still in the same position. Like we're back talking all about him. Brutus has been scratching at the door ever since he heard his name. He's like, "Mom said my name."
I think he was so stressed out from that. I'm very, very sure of that. And also, just a word to pet owners: we had super heavy winds last night. Chimes were, it was like a lot of wind last night. And the gate on the side blew open. And I didn't realize that either. So, all of these things that as pet parents or that's done. I don't have to worry about that. I can just let him out in the yard and it's going to be fine and everything's fenced in and I'm going to go inside here. That it had blown open. And I didn't know that either. So I am taking it as a positive and a teaching moment for me. And what can I do different? And, because he's with me 24/7. He's in this office. He's, I go to the bathroom and he trots with me. And then I try to take a shower. And then all of a sudden I'm looking down the shower and there he is I think I'm going to put some of that water too. Here I am. I'm like, can I have some privacy? But, yeah, that, anyway, but it was a interesting morning.
I can see that. Yeah. So we don't have that as much, but Brutus is a runner. If he gets outside, he's just like freedom and races around. But he's got a decent recall. It's not horrible. He's getting better. You know what I mean? But I work with a trainer, Lennox Armstrong. He's amazing. And you've heard me talk about him quite a bit. And he's working with us on, so Brutus is, his walks don't even make it around the block yet because of the way he's training us to teach Brutus how to walk on a leash. So we haven't made it around the block yet, but that's okay because of the way we're working on teaching him. So it takes time and a lot of patience. And it's also cold here right now. So with it being so cold, we're not as in much practice mode. You know what I mean? But you have a water dog. You know what I mean? He loves being in the water. I have the polar opposite. Mine hates water. Does not like water whatsoever. But I have a bloodhound. I mean, he gets out in the yard and he's like, he is like, and he can find things. It's impressive. Like I can hide something. Like I'll give him like a little bit of a snip on my fingers and he can find it in the house. He's a bloodhound.
So he's going up, his nose is going up, not down, where Frank's nose is to the ground all the time.
Well,
I mean, it's like
up. He goes up first to kind of catch a scent and then it's down in the ground. Then he's like looking for it, but he goes up first to kind of see where I kind of get the gist of like what's going on, the aromas of the area, and then he's down. I mean, he's a little bloodhound. I gotta, and he drools like a Newfoundland.
Stop it! He does not.
Yes, he does. He's got like his jaws. You know how like most of them they tuck in. His doesn't. He's got like a little flap over here, so he drools, and it cracks me up because he's like he drools like a Newfoundland. Like I don't have your typical Frenchie.
Oh my God! I had to tell you a story. So this one doesn't drool, but remember Louis was a Basset Hound and he drooled. And at the time I was public education director for the Chicago Veterinary Medical Association, and Dr. Larry Fox was part of our, and I would go see him and I remember telling him about the drool and he goes, well, he just needs a chymoplasty. I go, chymoplasty? What's that? A chymoplasty actually is I can't do it.
Like a tuck?
Lip tuck. A lip tuck.
Yeah, like he does again, because I'm always doing it to him too, because I'm always tucking it up in there. He just needs a little on one side.
He does. And so Dr. Fox gave Louis a chymoplasty or a lip tuck because it actually sometimes, especially with breeds like a Basset Hound, a Bloodhound, it can cause dehydration because when they shake, they're losing so much of their, the saliva and, keeping them hydrated, that he was losing him. So it was unhealthy for him. And so he did a little lip tuck for him. I wanted a tummy tuck. The dog got a lip tuck instead. So yeah. So, and that, gosh darn it, that was like years ago, 20 years ago. Dr. Larry Fox at I think it was River Grove Animal Hospital in Elmhurst in Chicago. Yeah. Yeah.
Huh, that's
and he got a chymoplasty, but honestly, it's kind of a simple surgery. Any surgery is not simple, but to where it was just an incision and a pop-up, but it didn't change his appearance, but it actually helped him be healthier and kept the saliva in because this was viscous. I mean, he would shake his head and that drool would go whoosh.
Yeah, we don't have that problem. He just drools like if I'm eating, all of a sudden you'll just see like a little bit of drool come down. Like he's like,
that's attractive.
No, it's so attractive. It's so cute. But, anyway, as you can see, we've been talking about the pups. I mean, we had a week with them. I mean, we both had a rough start. We had to talk about them.
So guys, I think you can tell that some of the format of our channel has changed, and we're doing this because I think we just enjoy this and we enjoy having like super real conversations with you about what's going on and about us. And I think you guys like it a lot better. Actually, the feedback that we're getting is you all really enjoy getting to know us, and probably because we are so freaking messy. Real. Real. And don't forget it. Pretty soon I'm going to drool. If you could like post that picture of me with a lip tuck that's my lip. That'll be our new thing. Like Tricia's trying to give her a lip tuck.
What happened?
Oh my God. I don't know. I don't know. Oh my God. I don't know when this is going to air, but Jessica, you're going to be at Global Pet Expo and I'm going to be there too, I think for 2 days, maybe, or one day, not sure. And we just got some stuff coming up here and excited to what this year has gotten off to an interesting start. And yeah, lots of stuff going on.
It'll be a good year. 2020, 2025, 2020. I do not want to go back to that year ever, but 2025 is going to be a good year for both of us. And it's going to be a good year for Pets or Family. We know that. So we're
We
excited.
know that for sure.
But
Yeah. Yeah, guys.
we have some new partners coming on and we're excited about all that. So we got a lot going on this year. So just stay tuned and enjoy two old ladies chatting about, oh, I'm sorry. One lady in her 20s for a couple more times.
Two old ladies. Hey, but let's give a shout out to somebody here, somebody who is near and dear to our hearts, and you're now serving on the board for them. Philanthropy, Adam from Philanthropy. You are amazing. We love what you are doing. I met Adam at VMX, and we're going to talk more about that. I think we're going to have them on a special episode, but we're giving a shout out to Philanthropy. That's FUR Philanthropy. And Adam, the founder. Can I spell philanthropy?
I was going to say I spelled it wrong the first time too. I was like, I'm going to see this. But then again, I can spell Jessica wrong. So,
well, today I was sending a message and it was said in like mom's name is inscripted, like inscribed. And I spelled it Ian instead of Ian. And anyway, it just was like, I'm like, I can't spell, but my dad could never spell bicycle. Do you know that? My dad couldn't spell bicycle.
I can never spell the word interested. I spell it wrong every time. And I thank God for Grammarly and autocorrect because it automatically knows I'm trying to say. And it's just like, way longer than you want, girlfriend.
Cut that off.
It's like, you know what you're trying to do. Yeah.
So. Oh my gosh. So guys, thanks for hanging in with us. We are so excited for our new listeners. We are just happy that you guys are on board. Thanks for being with us today. We love you all. And we love
everything. And we love Frank.
We love Frank, even though he's a little jerk.
I was going to say, I locked Brutus out because he was barking at me.
He changed positions. You can see his face, the side of his face.
Oh yeah, I can see it now. He just rolled his head sideways.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Jessica?
Cow. I moved my head. I didn't realize there was another cow for you.
Thank you for the cow.
Well, no, those are Highland. I told you I have a thing for Highland. That whole wall is just Highland cows.
I love the backdrop. I love it. Love it. Absolutely. Okay. Well, my love, we'll talk next week.
Yep.
And thanks for hanging in there with us, guys. And how do you make your pets feel like family? Please don't lose them like I did today.
And don't kill them either. Talk to you later. Thanks for listening to Pets Are Family. You can find us on all the channels now. Yes, all of the channels now. So make sure you share us with your friends, your families, and your coworkers, and anybody that has a pet. Make sure you like us, give us your feedback, tell us if anything that you want us to talk about, all that fun stuff. You can reach me at jessica@petsourfamily.net or Tricia@petsourfamily.net. Thank you for everything that you guys do, but make sure you like us, subscribe, check us out on YouTube. You can always see what we're up to. And we want to thank all of our sponsors, all of the people that support us. We love every one of you, and we can't thank you enough. And remember, check out Moose's March, moosesmarch.com, moosesmarch.com. Come check us out. Talk to you guys soon. We'll see you next week. Bye.